of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Ohio State's offense will take the field first. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They feed him again. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Unloads quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Intercepted deep in his own end.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Snagged out of the air. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Yates. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pocket breaking down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got it behind the line. It's Grimes. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Buckeyes are on the move. Quick completion to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're
running free. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Scanning the field, it's Yates. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll move the tight end. From the gun to give, looking for room. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
Well, 100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. This drive will open from the 15. Back to pass, it's Yates. Here's a hit. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds a crease at the 20. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. And the Huskers will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a catch. Wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. The short hands, it's Grimes. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a 1st down at the 44.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll give it to the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Trying to cap this drive with a pass. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. To the air, it's Yates. Quickly complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Gideon. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Catch in the middle. It's Gideon. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job of taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, that's a good decision, I think, to go for it on fourth down because you're in the middle of the field. Even if you don't get it, your defense isn't in an awful position running back on, but they're able to get the fourth to keep the drive alive. Let's see what they do next.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here we go. It's a draw. Running to Green. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. They'll run the sneak for it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Power football with the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man to the left. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. He leaves it with his back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And they'll take a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air, it's Yates. They get to him as he throws. Complete in the middle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing.
Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
The lone back's got it. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Yates. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out into the flat for the score.
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? They're going to run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. At the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. The give out of the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Yates. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Handoff to the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
And he was able to think his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. The quick out. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. This one's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Makes the catch. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Tune in to the Ojo. 8th play of the drive coming up. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Byrne. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. And this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it along the sideline. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Byrne. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And Jesse, that's almost like an extension of the running game, a new age toss sweep.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, Reese, by the quarterback, putting that football in a place where his running back can make an easy catch and then advance it downfield.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smart move to keep it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. The quarterback takes a knee. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.